All right, time to get back to it. As you can see, I've got the screen here. Just save the old screens, draw and trace it, and cut the new one. I'm gonna clean the inside, put in the screens, get work on the upholstery here. I'm gonna add a board on the side here, a couple boards. I kind of want to be able to, if I can have access that way, build out something to at least kind of hold my generator in there. Just keep trucking till I feel like I've got everything I need to get out and do a camp. It'll be a little bare bones to start, but hell, who cares? Let's just get out there. Come around the corner here. We're good, we're good. Perfect, give her a try. Well, I saved these pieces here. This window latch holder, it was broken off, and the hole on the left there, that was the original hole. But as you can see, the latch is just, it just doesn't latch. So I drilled a identical hole there. Now you can see, I've got that in the hole I made, and now it latches, so. Perfect. This has been a bigger pain in the ass than I thought it would be. I gotta have a cheap old tool here for this, and it's doing the job, so I'm not gonna complain. Oh yeah. I actually got it really tight. One down. One down. Look at that. Beautiful. Well, all right. Boy, am I glad that's done with. I'm gonna trim off the excess here, and then I'm gonna wash the frames and put the frames back on. Nice two working screens on both sides. As soon as I get this clean, it's gonna be like a whole nother topper. All right, that's looking a little more clean now. Honestly, it feels like I haven't done shit. I think I spent probably the last hour cleaning. So I've cleaned out all the kind of mud and crap, cleaned these frames up a little bit. So I'm gonna put the window frames back on. I'm gonna have to pull all this out because it's got crud all over it from me cleaning in here. So I gotta pull them out anyway because I'm gonna start on the upholstery. So what I was actually thinking is I've got tons of these moving blankets. So I think I'm gonna use this as like the padding underneath what I end up using to upholster. And then again, the woodworking with, you know, some type of table or something. All right, you can see that's looking nice and clean. The fiberglass, I wish it was a little more appealing. I wouldn't feel so much like I needed to upholster it, but this is probably a pretty old topper. Screen covers, like the frames, are back in. Honestly, I think my plan is to upholster this like with this first, and then put my top cover upholstery down. So because of the box that I've pre-built here, it's gonna be a little janky. I've never done anything like upholstery before or anything like this, so hopefully it doesn't look too terrible. How am I gonna do this? This is gonna take me a while. I think I'm just gonna figure out, and let's see what I come up with. All right, I brought this inside because it was getting a little windy. I'm actually putting a second layer. So I found it was gonna be a lot easier if I just took the box off. And essentially I'm just stapling this back on, and then I'm trimming the edges, and then I'll put my my top fabric on. Took the box off, using the top piece of the box to trace where essentially the box should be. Let me finish trimming this up and let me get the top piece on. Well, the upholstery was a lot more of a pain in the ass than I thought, but it's done. It's done. I'm gonna unveil it. I'm gonna unveil what I'm using to power as well. You ready? You ready? All right, here we go. There it is. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna grab the camera here. That is just, oh, it's looking sweet. I got this faux cowhide upholstery, and here is the monster that I have running this show, powering everything. It is the EcoFlow Delta Pro. This is a 3600 watt generator, solar generator. Let me just turn it on. You can kind of see. It has, as you can see, up to 30 amps. 3,600 watts. I think the surge is something like 4,500 watts. That's what I'm going to be using to power the rig. I do have a 400 watt solar panel. I don't really expect to need that with what I'm doing. And another one of the reasons why I really want to get that window there is because I would love to have this thing actually in the cab, run the power. There's so much room here. I am really nervous about this here, banging that up. So I got to make sure that there's something that'll keep that from hitting it. There we are. It is already coming along. I'm really excited to get this going. Next up, the seating situation, the table situation, and the storage situation. I do have the Reflectix coming soon. I do have a laptop coming in, so I'm excited about that as well. Oh. So I'm gonna get going on the storage. Basically kind of the final pieces to this, really. I'll get some bedding for this. Oh, in this video, I also want to mention, because this is more towards the gaming portion that I'm gonna be doing when I'm camping and the streaming and things like that. I did finally pick out a laptop. I've got it coming. Should be coming in about 3-4 days. So everything is just coming together like so much faster than I thought. If I could get out in the next couple weeks and get the first camp, it would be the perfect weather right now. It's spring where it's cool. Let's keep working though. This thing, by the way, it weighs 100 pounds. It's no slouch. One other thing I do plan to do, I'm gonna put little pieces of wood on the sides here. That top can come off, and I'm gonna cut a board to be able to have a full bed. You know, should I ever wanna go family camping with it as well. So I'm gonna make sure it's multi-purpose. All right, so basically, I started working on this drawer. I don't know what it was. I didn't cut that well, and then when I was putting it together, I didn't pre-drill, and this is only the 1/2-inch plywood, so I was running into it splitting. It's just a slide-in drawer. I'm gonna put this back on here. I'll put that back on and slide right in. Just based on it being not completely even, it's actually got some retention in there. I was thinking a bit about my storage issue. I'm gonna be able to pull this out, but obviously, if the tailgate's up, I'm not gonna be able to access that. I think I'm gonna go pretty simple. And by pretty simple, I mean, I'm just gonna leave this plywood and I'm just gonna have it where I can, there's a lip back here that this runs into. Well, I can bring this out a little bit, shift it that way, and lift it up. Again, I've got this drawer, and then I have some storage there and there. And I think I'm honestly just gonna work with that. Let's pretend for a second that I'm in this thing. I can open it just enough, essentially to about right there, and I can really reach anything I need. I was thinking about it, and I want to make sure that I've got some storage. I'm not really sure if I wanted to build out more cabinet area and storage, at least I found out when I maxed this out. I don't know how much I like this being right here. Doesn't seem perfectly weatherproof yet around the tailgate. And this just takes up so much room right here. I'm already gonna be sitting back against this wall here for when I am on the computer. So I'm thinking that actually that can go against the wall there, and I'm gonna try and move it right now. Again, this thing's 100 pounds, and let's see what that looks like. Trying to be real careful about my upholstery job here too. There, just like that. Now, the one thing I'll have to take into consideration, obviously, is the ventilation on this with the fans. If this is outputting warm air, it would be nice on the cool nights. Obviously, in the warm nights, it's going to be quite the opposite of what I want. My hope is by the time summer months come, I'll have the whole setup where I can have this in there. But this is actually not too bad because, there we go. It gives me a little bit of a table, probably everything except for a drink. So that takes up a lot less room. I like that. I can practically sit up against that here. I was trying to figure out some sort of table to go across here, like 22 inches even. I may just make something, a flat surface, legs, stands up, and I can fold those legs in and store the thing. I have no clue still. So now that I've got the generator back there, I do have a ton of open space. What do I do with this space? What else? Cooking. So cooking, I haven't decided how far I'm gonna go. I love to cook. I do all the cooking in my household. Because of that, and I know people love to see cooking, I may do, some cooking as well. I've got the generator so I can power a lot of electrical appliances. I want to black this thing out. And that's another thing is for the stealth camping. So part of the stealth camping, I'm going to have a lot of light in here, especially for video, but I don't want anybody outside to see that I'm inside. I still have to devise that. So I'm going to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. I'll show it to you as soon as I get it done, which goes for most of this. Honestly, I'm just kind of flying by my pants here. I get something done. I'll show it. And we can talk about it and enjoy it. Next steps, I'm gonna finish the drawer up a little bit and then maybe make another drawer here and we'll just keep moving here. There's the back of the drawer. Actually, let me finish this drawer first. This could be done better, but I do not care at this point. It's good enough. We're gonna pre-drill and then just throw some nails in this, to be honest. Those out just a little bit in case I need to draw them back for some reason. See if this works like I thought it would. It almost did. What is it hanging up on? Oh, no, it did. Okay, now I understand. You can see I have basically a 1/2-inch gap because of the way I constructed this being in the back of this, not here. That's probably the easiest way. Maybe I just say F it for now and leave it like that. It's not flush there, but it gives me something to pull. I think that's fine, honestly. It's janky, but it's a drawer. It'll do. All right, progress tour. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. This could practically be a cooler in the winter with that cold metal. Put the beast in the bed, pull it out, lift it up. The storage in progress. Sure enough, hung up on that corner. Watch this, so satisfying. And look at this lush cowhide. All right, day 3 of part 2. Build a little drawer here, be able to pull out this way, I guess. Yeah, maybe. And then build, not really a drawer, but some type of flat. I might even just cut a piece of wood, to be honest, just so it's flat. I spend so much time looking at floor chairs, racking my head around it. Like, everything looks like it's all on Amazon, it's all shit, it's all gonna break. I just finally just ordered one. We'll see what it's like. I'm sure I'll end up replacing it, but we'll give it a try. I ordered a table off Amazon too, so those should be coming in a few days. Laptop's coming in tomorrow. I was thinking about my lighting. I wanna do lighting on both sides, so I get good light in here. I got one LED strip. I do not have the pieces wide enough, so if I wanna make that drawer, I'm gonna have to get another sheet of plywood, so I guess scratch that. Well, I suppose I'll have to wait off on that drawer then, because I just don't have a piece of wood that's wide enough or long enough. The Flex came in though, so we can get started on the window covers. Time to make this thing light-proof and insulated. I'm still gonna trace it, but then I'm gonna leave some excess. All right, first one done. Perfect. All right, got them all cut. Look at that, perfect. My back one cut too. This one I might have oversized a bit. Perfect. I gotta figure out how the hell to attach them. All right, I cut this wood. Oh, it fits. Yes, sir, it fits. Bringing you in. Oh, I still retain the little notch there. I'm gonna keep that hose in case I wanna run anything through there. So now with how the setup's gonna be with lifting this up and such and a little drawer pull out here, I'm gonna probably actually cut the covers for this as well. They'll come up just there. Another board can be set on this to go across. Cut the covers here, so these will just kind of cover up where essentially I won't have anything being pulled out. And again, I'll do a drawer in the middle. Once I probably have to get some more plywood. And you know what, actually, no, you know what, that's a good point. I need one more sheet anyway for the bed that will go on this side. So I'm gonna get one more 1/2 inch sheet of plywood. And now I'm just putting up these boards here. So these are on, again, they're just covering there. Now I can already tell these have sunk in a little more than I thought they would. So there's not a lot of lip there. There's some decent back here, which is good. Show you, this is not what it's meant to do. This just happens to fit really well as an example. But this will come across. This actually works like a little table here. Just like that. Isn't that funny? Ideally, the other bedboard would go here if I wanted to extend this out. All right, so I think that's it for my day 3 here. I just had a couple hours to work. If we can't get here, what are we gonna do?
Be able to slide it.
Lift it up, and look at that. You can reach in.
And then you can just do that and then put it in.
That's right. You were good thinking there.
Is this the bed? Or am I on the floor?
This is the bed. You're on the floor. I put the mattress inside. So first of all, if this is open, you can pull the drawer out. But if this is closed, then you just pull this out, slide it over, tip it up, and you've got lots of different storage compartments. So I got some black duct tape. That's gonna be for trimming the edge of this. Oh, and I got some black matte spray paint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray paint the side that faces out so it's not overly obvious that someone's inside. The flip side, I'm gonna get some sort of nice appealing fabric. I'll just adhesive it to this side, obviously cut it to fit, and then I'll just trim it with some black duct tape. So I've got these curtain rods. These ones go up to 48 inches. I realized I've got 6 foot or so of window on the side. So I'm gonna need 2 curtain rods to essentially span the one window. I also got some rod brackets for the curtains. However, on the one I got here, as you can see, it says two brackets, but there's only, I don't know if you can see that, but there's only 1 bracket in there. So I will have to get that back to Walmart and switch that around. I also made it out to Home Depot, so I got a couple these are just indoor-outdoor, cheap indoor-outdoor carpet options for the upholstery on the top. Not quite sure which I'm gonna go with yet. Let's see which one I like best here. On one hand, I think the beige is just a little bit lighter and might just be a little more comfy. But I also like this kind of, it's like ocean blue. It's like a dark blue. Kind of reminds me of a night sky. I'm just wondering if it's gonna be too dark. I don't plan to do the upholstery for, about 2 weeks. So in that time, this video will probably go up. I'll probably end up doing a part 3, which will be some of the finishing touches just to kind of get it to a working setup. If you do happen to see this video before then, within a week or so when I post it, I would love to get your opinion on which color. Was looking for lighting. I was looking for like a light bar that would span almost this entire window, and I just really haven't found anything yet. You know what? I may just mount these because I want to get more light in here. I also have a travel router in case I need that for picking up Wi-Fi. I was doing a little research, and I don't know how many businesses are actually going to have like strong enough Wi-Fi where I can leech it off, quote unquote hijack it when I'm stealth camping in their lots. Because of that, I want to make sure I have a viable backup, and also I don't want to always do every stealth camp like in a parking lot. So basically anywhere I can grab service, right? So I'm going to give, well, I got my new laptop, which is, I'm super excited. I haven't unboxed it yet. I'm going to test that with the hotspot off of my phone and see what kind of speeds I get there, see what kind of latency I have on games, let alone even be able to stream. If for some reason it's just not enough, then I will look into a different mobile Wi-Fi option, because I know they're out there and I know they exist. That's kind of, I think, where this part 2 is headed. Part 3 is going to be somewhat of the finishing touches right before I go out and hit the first attempt at a camp. I almost honestly thought about doing a dry camp in the garage here, trying it out. I've got my new laptop. I'm gonna bust that out. I want to try that and see how many watts it's pulling off the generator. I think the charging brick in it is something like 250 or 280 watt. I'm also gonna get something for the actual tailgate, so I have something nice to kind of like put my shoes on. I was also thinking about how I want to insulate this and maybe upholster this or something. Nothing I'm gonna do right away here, but just thoughts on the future and kind of how I'll really be continually improving this build. So very excited. I hope you're enjoying it so far as well, because I definitely am. I really want more lighting in here. These are cheapo. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Whoa! Whoa! Alright, settle down. Whoa, we got a party going on already. These just aren't that white. It's almost like it's bleeding out from the other part of the LED. And again, I'm not mounting it right now. This is already not working. 650 lumens. I think I'm definitely gonna need something brighter than that. Right now, it's pulling a whopping 14 watts, telling me I've got 2 full days of this at 85% battery. That was a fail. Sit them over here for now as I check out the new laptop here. All right, there it is. I am just absolutely over the moon with this. I can't wait to give it a test here. I've never had a machine this powerful that can run basically any game you can throw at it. So I am just so thankful. You know, I'm definitely blessed to be able to have this and be doing this. Oh, let's do a generator check. Pulling about 100 watts right now. It's going anywhere from 120 to 140. So at 84% with the LED lights, with the laptop plugged in, it's telling me about 20 hours of life, and that's just straight off the battery. Again, only at 84%. While this is working, I will I don't know, I'll just enjoy my camper, my stealth gaming camper. I'm already loving it. Now that I have this, I'm getting that feel, right? I'm getting that feel of how we're gonna use this. I've got this tray across because it just so happens to fit that way. And to be honest, it's really actually been pretty comfortable. The last 25 minutes or so, it's really not been bad at all. I mean, I can even lean back against the generator here. I guess the point is that this is actually working out pretty well so far. I'm already starting to get a feel for it, so I'm liking that. Kind of getting used to the move around in here. Currently, I have this laptop plugged in. It's just doing some updating. I have the lights plugged in, and I'm pulling right around 100-ish watts out of the generator. And that's equating to about 19, 20 hours of power left. So that thing is gonna basically power an entire night of whatever I can throw at it. It is just a monster. So this is kind of like day 4 of this part 2 video. So now I've actually had to trim up a couple of the reflective screens a little bit more, but those are all set now. In fact, I've got the front one and the back one. I spray painted the one side black. All right, I'm spray painting Reflectix window inserts so I get that nice blackout from the outside. Flat paint. Those are currently drying, and I'll do the same to the outside ones here. I've got curtain rods hung with their brackets, with their mounting brackets, and the nice thing about these mounting brackets is they have basically 2 places for screws. I'm using the one to actually mount it, and the other place kind of works perfectly to hold in the reflective screens into the window. Kind of unexpected and nice, so all I'll really need to do is put a little Velcro at the bottom part of it. It'll be really easy to take them in and out. As you can see, I've got a little bit of bedding in here. My boys had to get in here and have a little fun for a bit. I plan to get some turf for the tailgate, so when I bring the tailgate down, it's kind of super cozy there as well, comfy, and it'll kind of have a nice, I feel like it'll have a nice accent when I'm inside. I'll be getting the fabric on the Reflectix as well, finish that out, cut my curtain material, and sew the curtains up, get those hung. I'll have the chair, I'll have the table, and I'll show you the whole setup with my laptop and everything, how that'll look. I'm just waiting for this plane to go over, or helicopter, plane, helicopter, noisy object. I also need to finish the middle drawer. I haven't exactly decided what I want to do there, so I'm still thinking about that, but I'll finish whatever I do, I'll finish that in part 3. I think I've decided which of the 2 colors of the upholstery I want. I'm not sure, it'll probably still be about a week, and that might not even be part of part 3. That might be kind of like part 4-ish. Whenever I can get it done, I'm gonna get it done. I did get some different LEDs coming in, so I'm gonna see if those are a little bit brighter, work a little bit better than the ones that I had tried out. That's it for part 2 of this awesome build. It's been so much fun. I hope you've enjoyed watching how I've been putting it together. I'll have to show a little bit how modular it is, how really easy it is to take in and out. That's been a big thing, and it's worked so well. If you've watched the build thus far, you can probably understand that. If you have any questions or comments about the build, just leave them down in the section. Otherwise, keep your eye out for part 3. It's coming soon, hopefully within a week or so of this one going up. I think we'll be almost ready for a camp. So thanks for tuning in. Keep your eye out for part 3, and have a great day.